What's up, gang? Peace, love, good pizza. Here's what's been going on with me lately. Check this out. As I said before, we're finally in the stores. We're very excited. We've expanded. So let me just hit you with a quick list real quick. Here's where you can find the pizza. All About Wellness, Cookies Sacramento, F Street Dispensary, Hayes Rio Vista, Highway 80, Kush Rush Delivery, Lemonade South Sac, Lemonade Sac, Main Stage Davis, NorCal Holistics, Zen Garden Wellness, Connected Sac, Stockton, and Area 41 in SF, 1841 El Camino, and Mankind all the way down in San Diego. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have encompassed the state. You feel me? And there's a lot more to come. If you're feeling generous and would like to support my podcast with your wallet, please sign up for my Patreon. I got a little more gas in the tank, but I'm gonna need more to keep this thing going. The link is below in the podcast notes. You're gonna get behind the scenes, check out episodes early, and win a chance to sit in on a live recording and more. Check this out. On the merch side of things, the beanies are dropping soon. I got 2 dope logos coming out. We just dropped the Good Pizza rolling papers. So these are live on the site. We got some dope deals on there. And just so y'all know, I am looking for sponsors. So if you are interested, please hit Instagram and DM me. I'd love to see what we could make happen together. See y'all on the show. What's up? Welcome back to the Good Pizza Podcast. It's your boy Jay Peasy. Check this out. We're reporting live from the Good Pizza Podcast. Welcome all of you to join us at our table to break some bread, smoke some good trees, and talk good pizza. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share it, all that good stuff.
That part.
You know what to do. Okay, so on the Good Pizza Show, we like to highlight the cannabis plant and the journey it's taken us all on, and how did we all meet through the journey, and pretty much where it's taken us and where we're headed. So today we got a special guest. He hails from the Bay Area, Fairfield to be exact. He's been moving and shaking in the cannabis industry for many years, even before the Prop 215 days. A couple of his brands, SF Canna, I've been personally enjoying and selling for some years now, so it's nice to finally meet the fella behind that. This fella also has an interesting fighting history and is trained with some absolute legends in the fighting world. He's pushing his brands SF Canna, Planta, Kuksu, and pushing cannabis culture forward like a true pioneer and a true stand-up gentleman. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Freddie Biggs. How you doing today, brother? Thanks for joining us on the show.
Man, I appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
Hey. And this is one of those cool episodes where I never really met you before, so I love to hear the story, while I'm getting to know you. You know what I'm saying? So let's take it back. We gotta take it back. The story behind the story. Let's hear about the come up. What was young Freddie like, man? What was it? What'd your world look like as a shorty, man?
Young Freddie Bigg.
It was I won't say I'm from the gutter, but you know what I'm saying, maybe lower middle class.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that I grew up in the turf. I
That's
grew
right.
up I think
Talk
that
about it.
Well, I think that I grew up in Fairfield, California.
Okay.
I grew up, I grew up in the heart of the city.
What's life in Fairfield like? Talk to me.
It's a bit gritty.
A little bit
I didn't know.
gritty.
See, I didn't know that. I wouldn't have known that just driving by.
I think every city has its nice area. Every city
That's
has its
right.
bad areas. I
That's
didn't
right.
grow up in the nicer area.
Okay.
So I think that it was man, to be honest, I think that the ghetto mentality is fucked up.
Yeah.
I think that the hood mentality is fucked up, and I was raised with the fucked up hood mentality, and I think I looked at things from fucked up perspectives, and I think that the best thing that I could say about the hood is I'm happy I'm not there anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that, at times, I was so in love with the hood. You're like, you love the streets, you love the hood, to a fault. When I, you know what I'm saying, I should have been trying to work my way out as soon as possible. So I don't want to say, I can't speak poorly on it because I had a really good childhood. I had a really good upbringing. I had a really good, strong family, and I had I had some positive OGs that wanted to see me do well. So it wasn't like it was. It could have been worse. I was very blessed for sure.
Always.
But I grew up in the turf. It is what it is.
For sure.
Monroe Street, 1500 block to be exact.
Talk your shit.
So
Yes, sir.
check the record.
Check it.
So was you like an athlete young or?
Not really that young. I'd be like, I'm from the block, man. I'm not from the hood. I'm not from 3 blocks away, bro. I'm from right here where it get down at. You know what I mean? That's where I grew up at.
I got
it just
you.
kind of like was what it was, and I didn't really get into sports till high school. But it was like,
what was the high school scene like for you? What you was on?
man, so I think sports, it's like one of those stories. Sports really, really like saved me and helped me from getting in a lot of trouble. I was getting in a lot of trouble, doing a lot of stupid shit, and then I got into sports, and I think it gave me an outlet, and it just took me off the streets. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody's just kicking it on the block all day long, so that gave me some focus and direction. So I wasn't out there in the streets all day. So it really did have a positive impact on my life, and I was fortunate to be able to network and meet a lot of positive people through that.
Good, bro. Hell yeah. What sports you was into? I'm guessing football?
I played football in high school. I wrestled. I was
football, okay.
I didn't play football till my junior year, but I started both years varsity. I was
You was running motherfuckers over. You was a big boy in high school?
Yeah, I mean, so my junior year I was playing defensive end. I feel like I really liked that position. You can get out there and smack some people. Yeah. My senior year they put me on nose guard. That shit sucks. That's just not that lit.
In the trenches.
It's a less glamorous position, but you got to play your part and shit.
That's right.
So but yeah, football was hella fun. I enjoyed football, but I didn't start playing till like my junior year. I didn't play any organized sports till I got into high school.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But wrestling was
I
where
excelled
you
in wrestling.
at.
I excelled in wrestling. I was high school All-American, 2-time state placer.
Okay.
So I got some trophies on in that sport.
Good shit, bro. So you was always competitive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to a fault, bro. Competitive to a fault. We out here trying to win. You feel me?
That's right. Hell yeah. So after high school, what happens? You higher education, hit the
I wrestled in junior college. My first year,
cool.
yeah. I wrestled 1 year at Sac City College, and then I left and moved to the city. And I wrestled at Skyline Junior College. I actually signed a letter of intent to wrestle at a D1 school, but then I was living in the city, and it wasn't really. I didn't see wrestling as a career, and I didn't see like moving away as an option.
Yeah.
I was like really big with it. So I after junior college, I didn't wrestle after that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then is this when the fighting started? Because I know you got some fighting history, right?
Nah, I didn't get into fighting for a while.
I'm jumping too fast?
Yeah.
All right,
really.
so hold on. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. So boom, you did.
Hey, hold on. Let me get one. When did
y'all know each other? Y'all go back like Cadillacs.
We go back a little ways now, and we're close. That's fam. Shout out to Freddie Bigg. That's my brother. When did the tree come into your life? When did you start burning? When did you start smoking, period? Like, when did that first, light up start happening? And when did it start happening regularly?
When did it start? See, when I first started, it was way different than when I first started smoking regularly. You know what I'm saying? I started at a young age. First time I smoked, I was 10. I wouldn't say that. I don't say that proudly.
Right.
But I feel like, I was like a social smoker here and there throughout high school. It wasn't like, I wouldn't consider myself a pothead in high school, but I feel like, I smoked. There was occasions we smoked and shit, but it wasn't like, and I feel like, because I was playing sports and there was a stigma against cannabis at the time, so I think I might have bought into that.
Especially with wrestlers.
It wasn't until I quit wrestling after I turned 20 that I really started smoking and really enjoyed getting high, and then really started fucking with it.
Right.
Really started being a daily consumer.
Yeah. And that was in the city?
Yeah, that was in the city. Yeah,
part of what?
Yeah, what a great spot to
getting all these great flavors and shit.
It's hard not to smoke in the city, right? Everyone's smoking. I smoke. You're like, damn, I kind of like this. Okay, I kind of fuck with it.
Yeah, the weed culture out there is dope, bro. It always has been, and it still fucking is, bro.
Facts.
For real. So when you get involved with the when you start with the packs, bro, when did that happen? So we all know there's a time in a man's life when we're like, well, I'm not paying for this shit.
Allegedly. Nah, man, I mean, yeah, so that's what, I started smoking when I was 20. Then the habit outgrew my budget. So, we had to do some creative financing
there you go.
to pay for my smoking, you feel me?
That's right.
Then I ended up being able to excel at that, make a couple bucks, but I never looked at it as a career. It was just a hustle. Really in my 20s, I was turned up. We were hitting the clubs, popping bottles. It was like cop and blow. Like we were just turning up, and that's what goes
right.
back to that. I didn't have a great mentality. I didn't have future goals. We was just living for the day and shit. And I feel like, I've been through I had a lot of fucked up shit. We've taken a lot of big losses. So sometimes it's hard to see the future when you're just seeing loss after loss, and you're just like living for the day. You know what I mean? We were just living for the day and shit.
Now you talking financial losses or personal losses, like losing
all the shit, all the shit,
all that comes with that life. Yeah.
I definitely lost a lot of friends and family along the way. So when people be talking about bad days, I'm like, nah, I've had some real bad days. So
right.
That's one way for me to be thankful and be positive. I had some real bad days. So
Facts.
Yeah, that's cool, man. You made it up out of that. That's what's up, man.
Try to focus on the positive.
That's all you can do, man.
So what led into fighting and like the MMA part?
So I feel like I was pretty turned up and I was very out of shape. Okay. I was drinking a lot, smoking a lot, doing all the fuck shit. And then I was really out of shape. So I had just started working out to get in shape. And then, I knew Danny Castillo, I knew Faber. I was working out at Ultimate Fitness, training with some of the fighters. So I'm already fighting pro fighters. So it was like, fuck. Then, might as well.
Go to access.
Do the whole shit.
Bro.
Yeah, do the whole shit. Yeah.
So what do you mean? You just there like training?
I was trying to get in shape, bro. I was like 300 pounds.
Literally just trying
to get in shape. So I was going there to work out. Actually, I started working out at another gym initially, and then Danny Castillo, a UFC vet, was like, "You need to come work out with us." And I was like, "All right." So I started training with them. They were hella serious and shit. But I lost a bunch of weight, bro. I lost a bunch of weight. Okay. I lost significant amount of weight. I was in shape.
Sure.
Yeah, and I was fighting with a bunch of pros, and I was like, so then,
That's fucking dope, bro.
It was cool. That's cool. Shit seems crazy now. Look on hindsight, I'm like, shit.
What years was that, bro? What years were you fighting?
I think that I made my amateur debut maybe 2010, 2011 or something. Yeah.
Right.
Real quick knockout, real 20-something second knockout.
Let's go.
And that started with Danny? With Castillo?
The first gym I ever went to was Dave Huckaba's gym. First gym I ever went to was Dave Huckaba's Next Generation gym.
Real
I worked out there for a little bit, and then that was very short lived. And then Danny was like, "Come work out with us."
Right.
So I went and worked out over there.
That's kind of.
And really, I got addicted to the shit. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. I was like, okay. So the fight life is pretty lit. You know what I'm saying? You meet up with a bunch of your friends and work out multiple times a day. So you guys are just kicking it and shit. So the fight life is pretty lit. But it's a very hard way to make a living. But the actual lifestyle is cool. You're going to events, you're going to parties, you're going to a bunch of fights.
Yeah, right.
Shit is cool. And then you have a bunch of teammates. So there's a lot of camaraderie. People are supporting you. You're supporting them.
Sure.
So it's a cool lifestyle.
And you've been affiliated.
Beat up part.
And you're affiliated with two of the dopest teams on the West Coast with Ultimate Uriah Faber's Ultimate Team Alpha Male and Nick and Nate Diaz.
Nick and Nate Diaz. I was about to ask you, don't you have a personal relationship with Nick and Nate Diaz? That's fucking.
Yeah, I trained. Nate Diaz.
Bro.
Nate Diaz corners me for my last fight.
Oh, that's so.
My last fight, I fought Danny Castillo. The boxing coach Joey Rodriguez was in my corner, and Nate Diaz was in my corner. So I feel like I had
legend, bro.
Yeah, I had all man. I couldn't lose, but I had the all-star cast with me. You feel me?
Fucking dope.
I had the gang with me, so yeah.
And you won.
And I won.
Yeah, cool.
For sure. 7-1 as a pro. You feel me? One loss, one split decision loss that I avenged. So that was
that you avenged. Oh, even better. Hell yeah.
Came back and got him.
Hell yeah. That's dope, bro. So, that's a cool.
I thought I won the first one, so you know how that shit goes.
You know how that shit goes. You know what I'm saying?
In my mind, I'm undefeated.
That's
Facts.
dope, man.
Now, let me even transition that because here's about when I met Freddie. Now he's been fighting and he's had all of his fights, I think, when we met, and he's still deciding at this time if he's going to be a fighter anymore or if he's not. I had just opened Can Accelerate with my friends, the Cannabis Resource Center right here in the Mercedes building under the medical model 2015. We had just met. I had him on my podcast, Sativa Sports Talk, which we ended up co-hosting together later.
That's when I first started seeing y'all names, bro.
Facts. I started training at the gym at Uriah's place. Shout out to Jimmy Dreekus, my man from high school, got me over there training. And that's how I met all these these guys. So I started doing the podcast. And of course, the urban guys kind of connect when you see them in the gym, because there's a hunting and fishing side of the fighting, and then there's an urban side with all the guys in the gym.
You're right.
So, what you see the urban guys, you kind of connect. We was like-minded, but we started coming around, and that's when the legal cannabis industry of Prop 215 started, and we kind of started running similar at the same time around that, immediately getting ourselves certified under the Prop 215 model, and then running.
So this is 2017-ish?
2015, 16-ish?
I think I established my delivery 2016.
16.
Cool. What was the name of that delivery?
Kuksu Collective.
Kuksu Collective.
Yeah,
dope.
we were doing shows. We were rocking shows. We were
Orbit shows.
World
Dab shows, shit like that.
I think it was City of Trees. I could be wrong.
Trees.
Yep.
Cool.
And actually, let's talk about that. Them early shows were actually lit.
The early shows.
The early sessions.
It used to go crazy, bro. It used to be a couple thousand people out there. We used to be out there all night.
Facts.
And the quality of the meds was way higher, bro.
And it was for the low.
I ain't gonna lie. Prop 64. The quality of the meds has gone down significantly.
And the price went up.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Price is all fucked up.
Price all fucked up. All over the fucking place. Yeah, that's crazy. That's around the time I moved here in 2017. I started my Prop 215 delivery service. And I was hitting those shows too, and I was like, "Damn, man, this shit was fucking crazy."
First time I seen
bro.
one of the events, shit was crazy. It was like a
I
farmer's market for cannabis. I feel like it was like a farmer's market for cannabis, but then it really started being like destination, like, okay, or, Friday nights, Orbit is big up there. Like you trying to get dressed. You trying to throw all the drip on and get fresh because it's gonna be lit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's so dope, man. That's too bad. Well, I shouldn't say.
We did. We'd have friends get too toe up, having too many dabs, having to go to the car and shit.
I heard stories. Too many edibles. Ice cream sandwich edible that tasted amazing and bodied me.
Yeah, it was fun before people started like just showing up on the way home from work and their shit to come grab their meds and go home.
You know what it was really? It was really like that hippie vibe at first. It was really that unity, love,
communal
community. Like it was big love before it started getting. Then it started getting dangerous. I pulled out when it started getting dangerous.
Facts.
Yeah, fools getting robbed and followed.
Yeah, people was getting robbed. Some people got shot. All the shit. So unfortunately, we didn't have any of the. I mean, I stopped because I was like, it was. And when I first went, I was like, damn, this is wild, bro. All these people got, probably 6 figures worth of product out. Very small amount of security. I'm like, this shit crazy, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this shit crazy.
Have them security be like biker niggas or some shit and like just regular cats.
Right, regular ass stoners.
Yep.
They ain't about to say
with 75 boosts.
Yeah.
So they've had there's been a lot of incidents at those sessions, especially the smaller ones.
Yeah, but those shows was what kind of started off. It started all of us off, and it was at the time where
that's where the dots were. That's really honestly, I did it till I didn't have to do it no more until I connected all the dots. You know what I'm saying? Because you're meeting. There's 60 vendors. That's 60 players. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm out here. I'm trying to smack hands with all of them to see if we can make things shake.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so once you get all the connects, you might, I didn't necessarily have to come back.
That's right. You say that because I had it fucked up when I was going there. I was just trying to make money. You know what I'm saying? Because my delivery was like, it was a little slow at the time. I was like, man, I got to kick up. But then shout out to King Life, my bro King Life.
My cousin Steve.
You know yeah. I was just talking to him yesterday. Mm-hmm. So he's like, nah,
Bust
bro,
down King.
You got it fucked up, man. You gotta go there. This is where you're gonna get your customers. They're gonna meet you outside of there, bro. You're gonna get all your customers, all your patients from there, bro. It's not about making all your money there. If you sell out your table, that's cool. It was a good night. But but that's not the whole reason why you're there. And then I totally switched it to network.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
always say, bro, it's never about the money, it's about the relationships. You build some cool relationships and the money's gonna come with it.
Exactly, man. And the beauty of this shit, man, like in the cannabis industry, like, look, let's see if we could be friends. Let's see if we fucking like each other first.
Man, I'm very blessed. And I don't fuck with nobody I don't like.
You don't have to.
If I don't like you, I don't really want to work with you, bro.
Yeah, feel me?
You on the do not disturb list.
You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, get the fuck out of here.
I don't like how you move, bro.
Yeah.
I don't really want to work with you, bro.
I know some niggas on the do not disturb list.
It happens, bro. You have to do it. You gotta protect your peace. You gotta protect your business.
Man, I'm hella big on protecting my inner peace, bro.
You should.
If it's too much headache, if it's too much stress, you know, I don't even want to deal with it.
Yeah, I cut them real quick, man. I make cuts every year, man. It sucks. Some of them hurt, man. Some of them hurt, but you gotta do it, man. We're too old for this shit.
But is that the time when you decided against fighting? That's the only time I was prefacing what was going on right there, because you were still a fighter technically when I met you.
I think it was a combination of things. Like shit in the fight game wasn't necessarily jumping off how I wanted to. I signed a 3-fight deal with Bellator right as they were bought out by Viacom, and they didn't have shows for a while. They offered me less money. So that wasn't that lit because it wasn't a whole lot of money to begin with. So then I had an option to fight on other shows. I was going to do that. And then really it was kind of, I had opportunities knocking on my door in Cannabis. The fight shit wasn't necessarily taking off like I had wanted it to. And then I got injured prior to my last fight. So, you know, you go through a whole camp, you get injured, you're not getting paid for none of that shit.
Right.
So I got injured. I feel like I was right there. You know, I was a fight or two out from probably being in the UFC. I think I was like right there. But yeah, so I got hurt, had to pull out. Really, I got hurt, and I was still going to fight, and then I got sick, and I was still going to fight, and Coach Joey Rodriguez was like, "You're not fighting, bro."
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, bro, because it was like I wanted shit to progress, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So it had been a while since I fought, so I was like, that didn't happen, and I was like, man, maybe that's fate. Maybe that's fate telling me I should go in this direction. So, you know, I went in that direction, and it worked out.
Good, man. Good shit. I think I've seen one of your fights, bro. I don't know when it was, but somebody was like, "Yeah, he a fighter." I'm like, damn, that big motherfucker's a fun shit.
Yeah.
He got fights on YouTube.
Yeah.
Real Trees told me.
They're up there.
Oh yeah.
Shout
out to Cam, man. That's my guy.
Boom. Fucking watched it. I think you say your first fight was a 30-second knockout? I think that's the fight I saw. Because
it's been quoted as 23, 26.
23, yeah, who's counting? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
he fucking aired him in the first minute.
I think it says 26, but I think it was 23. Some shit like that.
Yeah.
How was fighting
That's
as opposed to wrestling? Was the feeling different when the cage is closed and they're about to say go?
Yeah, you're in danger. Like, don't get me wrong. I've been injured in wrestling matches, and it is dangerous. Yeah. But you're not necessarily. I mean, I feel like when you're fighting, you know, you're putting your life on the line. You know, there's a high likelihood, you know, someone's getting hurt. Somebody's getting hurt for sure.
Yeah, I used to box, and I would be.
And I'm big. I gotta fight I'm like, man,
you gotta fight the big guys.
I'm
man.
like this huge motherfucker. I'm like this motherfucker. Like, okay.
I used to watch y'all train, bro.
Man.
Y'all be in the cage. We be in the ring. Y'all be on the cage, but y'all going 5 minutes.
Yo, the split decision loss. The nigga didn't make weight.
And
just for the record.
Yeah, right.
Just for the record.
Yeah, the way you guys train is fucking savage, bro. That's 5 minutes. No
and
joke,
I think it's
bro.
changed a lot. When I was training, we used to fight every day. Now they're like, oh, they want to spar less and less. And I'm not saying it was a good thing, but I was like, we used to fight every day.
Can I ask you a question? Have you sparred with Nate Diaz?
With Nate Diaz?
Yeah.
Hella times.
And what's that like?
Hella times.
Is he a pain in the ass?
I think that I mean, I don't want to say it's not that fun, but like it's real. You know what I'm saying? There's no light sparring with Nate Diaz.
Right.
You know, and I feel like
that's so dope, bro.
And I'm a heavyweight, and I'm like, you know, we going 100%. I'm not holding like sometimes you go lighter people, you hold back and shit. Like, nah, Nate Diaz, you better protect yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
'cause he's coming, and I think that
so
I think
cool,
that.
Man.
So I felt like I trained with Nate a lot. So I was okay with it. You know, I used to, and there'd be times I'd be like, I think I won that round. They'd be like, I don't know, he hit you a lot. I don't know, he hit you a lot. I'm like, man, I feel like I win that. I feel
That's
like
dope,
you know.
bro.
So I did get trained. I trained with him intimately
cool.
a lot. You know,
Facts.
He's choked me out several times. We put a lot of rounds in together.
Nah, he mobbed.
That's dope, bro.
One of my favorites was the video after the Conor McGregor fight when it's just like you, Nate, and someone else directly after the fight in the hotel room eating pizza and shit. Like fucking getting ready to go out. It's just like 3 niggas. I'm like, oh, the biggest moment in sports history damn near just happened right now. Niggas right there.
So I'll say, man, he's a giant megastar now, bro. I feel like, yes, I was there the first time he choked Conor out. I was at the hotel room right after and shit.
Oh, shit.
And I feel like, you know, it used to be an entourage of people. Now, you know, gang is like 500 or something. There's like mob of people. So, yeah, like, even getting into his after party, like, it's very difficult for a club to let 300-400 people in. You know, what I mean?
Right,
Like, you don't want to be like that guy. Like, hey, bro, can you let me in and shit? But so yeah, I was like, that shit was wild. They're like, follow me. I'm like, there's like 80 people going that way, bro. I'm not going that way. This shit's crazy. So I will say, you know, he's like, hey, Nate Diaz like a high A-lister, bro. That shit's crazy. It's like, because Vegas, like for the fight, it was like 4th of July weekend. The shit was packed as fuck. They had everything open, and they're like, I'm like, why is it so busy? They're like, Nate Diaz is here. I'm like, that shit crazy, bro. You got star power where you light up, Vegas where it's hard to get a car.
You light up Vegas.
Yeah, where it's hard to get a car. Shit is sold out because you're coming to town. That shit's crazy.
That's fucking lit, bro. That's your man's. That's dope, bro. That's good pizza. So we got a little head. I want to circle back to SF Canna, bro. When did that emerge? When did you? Because that's how I knew you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I was
for sure.
I was getting after a couple mutual friends for some years, man.
So I was big on my legal shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say like, I was like, if I could make a legal bag, I would definitely take the legal bag over the questionable bag. You know, so I had my legal delivery rocking, and I was super happy to be like, cool, man, I got my legal paperwork. I'm not trapping. This is my business. And I was looking at it from like a business mindset. I didn't look at it as a trap, but I looked at it as a business and shit. And then when Prop 215 ended, I was like, fuck, I was looking for a way to get into the legal market, and I had a great relationship with the cultivators at SF Canna. Okay. So I was like, man, you guys need to start a brand. They're like, who's gonna do it? I'm like, I'll do it. They're like, so, and then I convinced them to do it, and then that's how it all went down. Cannabis Chris kind of convinced them to do it. Me and Cannabis Chris was like, Brad, we need a brand.
So tell me, I know these cats from Instagram, right? So Cannabis Chris, I see he pushes the brand heavy, and D-Boy is SF Canna D-Boy? B-Boy?
B-Boy.
Yeah. Sorry, B-Boy.
Shout out to
I got a homie D-Boy and whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Wires crossed.
I know.
So yeah, who's who?
I think that build a team so strong that nobody knows who the leader is. Type
I love
shit,
it, man. Say no more.
Like,
what's understood don't
and
need to
it's
be
funny
said.
because, man, people don't be thinking I'm the charge. I be thinking, watching people think they're going over. I be watching plug hoppers think they're going over my head. I'm like, you're working backwards, bro. But I think that we got a strong team. I think that there's a lot of people in the squad that bring a lot of value in a lot of different facets. So
no doubt,
I think that's what you need. Like I see all these people killing it, and it's a team of people. It's a large group of people. It's very hard to be like a solo entity, and
Sure, that's dope. Well, you're certainly the face or one of the main faces. You know what I'm saying?
Not intentionally. I would have preferred not to be. Yeah, for sure.
No doubt. No doubt. And then Planta, how did Planta come about?
Same thing. Planta, bro's an amazing cultivator. Actually, I've known bro for a really long time. We got a great relationship with him. He's crushing it. Same approach. I'm like, man, you need to develop a brand. He's like, I need to develop a brand. But, cultivators are spending all their time in the cultivation, so it's hard for them to do that type shit. So that's why... So we ended up partnering, and I get to do the branding and marketing for Planta. I run the Instagram. So yeah, that's kind of how I worked my way into the legal side.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's a good angle.
It is.
Do you have any experience in that shit, like marketing and anything like that?
Well, I would just say that from outside of my my delivery service, I was like doing research on the shit and learning more and more about the shit, and then I'm not gonna say. It's hella funny because
you just figured it out. There's nothing wrong with that.
You know what I did? Googled that shit. And I've sat in meetings with company owners and they're like talking about building a brand, and I'm asking them basic questions about building a brand. They're like, how do you know this? And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give you this free game right here. I went on Google and I Googled how to create a brand, and then I just deep dove into the shit and seeing what the brands are doing. And really I got a shopping problem anyway, so I was into like the branding and the marketing and seeing how all that shit runs and shit. So
that's tight.
So it was cool. Yeah.
That shit.
Kind of found a lane doing some shit I liked. That was like, that's the cool part.
It's the fucking dream, bro.
Kind of dope watching it. Kind of dope watching it work, right?
Man, it's crazy.
You look back,
it's crazy.
When you look back at all the moves you made, right? Everything made sense now. It's like, wow, I was supposed to meet that guy. Oh, I was supposed to cut that motherfucker.
I'm a strong believer in fate, man. I always thought I was going to be successful. I didn't necessarily know how I was going to do it, but I figured we was going to do it at some point. Yeah, so. Really, when I was younger, I'd be blowing hella dough, and I'd be like, we're going to make more money in the future and be successful. Fuck it. Right. Fuck it. Let's get another bottle.
That's right. Yeah.
Sure. I'm not saying that that's a strategy, though.
It's not a strategy, but it's a season of a man's life.
I think it's part of the growth. You know what I mean? It was part of the growth. You know what I mean? I don't think I would have been ready like 10 years ago,
Yeah, man. I know.
I mean,
exactly what you
yeah,
mean.
it's big moves. And if you're not even buying bottles, it's big moves. Like for a young nigga with barely having it.
Yeah.
So if you're not scared to make big moves, you know what I'm saying? I don't have the fear of tomorrow. Then you do have a chance at being successful. Like you just got to get your head together and and channel that shit in the right direction.
Sure.
But that is the mindset.
Yeah, for sure. What's So where you at right now in terms of like the career, the brand, the mission? What's the next 5 look like for you, bro? Where you taking it from here?
Global.
Okay.
Yeah, we trying to go global. You know, like that's funny.
SF Canna in Dubai.
That's the plan.
Let's
And
fucking
Planta,
go.
Thailand, Southeast Asia. You know, like I
Yup.
think that's the goal. It's funny because I was having this type of conversation, like what this person asked me what the end goal was, and you know, I'm like, man, I don't think there's like. You know, I think that if you gave me all the money in the world, I would still be in the industry. I would still be trying to push this shit forward. I would still be trying to push the culture. I would still be trying to spread this shit. Maybe on a bigger platform and shit, but yeah, I think that global is the goal. You know, whether it happens in our lifetime, I believe it will. And like, you know, that's what I'd like to do. If I could have 2 global brands, that would be amazing. If I could have 3 global brands, that would be amazing. So
I think you'll do it, man. You've come this far. Sounds like you know what you're doing, and you're moving forward for sure. That's a beautiful.
you like how I make it sound like I know what I'm doing? We freestyle all this shit.
bro. It's, but that's it. But that's it, man. It's when it's a way of life. You know what I'm saying? When it's in you, not on you. You know what I'm saying?
It's easy. That's what it
It's
makes
easy,
it. People
exactly.
be like, bro, this shit's hard. It's crazy. I'm like, I don't
man.
know, bro. That shit easy to me. You go smoke and be cool with people. Why
You
can't
feel me? I've been doing this
People have
since
hard time
96,
being
bro.
cool with people. I'm like, I don't understand why. Like, cannabis is supposed to bring people together from, you know, all type of different demographics
Right.
and different people. And I think that
Exactly.
it's definitely introduced me to people from all walks of the earth and shit. And I feel like, you know, some people, there's a lot of politics and controversy. People can't get along. And I'm like, I don't know
Yo,
why.
this plant's
I don't know
about,
why.
bro.
Yeah, like, people have trouble being cool. And I
This
think
shit's
that,
medicine,
you know.
bro. And it's like it's tribal. It brings people together. You know what I'm saying? Like
I ain't
shouldn't
gonna
be like that.
I ain't gonna say I ain't watched you tell a grower he had bad weed in front of his face though, pretty funnily. Especially under the medical model. We had and they used to come into the office all the time. The farmers,
the time.
Prop 215 farmers would come in every single day.
Man.
And we'd be looking at their
Be
weed.
like, this shit is horrible, bro.
And I'd be like, damn, why you say it?
I thought I used to be light on it. I thought I was polite about it. I'm trying to be polite about it.
He was the
But if it's not the one, it's hard to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is, man.
Yeah. You're
I
like,
know you've
well,
traveled
what you want
all
me to
this
tell
way,
you?
sir.
Yeah. Nah, you just watched
Man, I know you just traveled all this
Yeah.
You
way.
know what I mean? But this ain't
Damn
it.
it.
from San Joaquin Valley.
I don't know what to do with this.
You give them that look. You just look in the bag, and then you look at them. You're like,
You
now
give
you
it
know
one
this
more.
isn't it,
You
bro.
give him one more courtesy sniff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Man,
ah, this
now
ain't
you
it.
know this isn't it.
Facts. I would just be looking for the next bag. He'd be telling them.
Nah, you know what I'll do? I'll shoot my shot. I'll be like, okay, this ain't it. I feel like it's worth about $1,000. I'm gonna tell him 6.
Yeah.
If he take this 6, we rock it.
We
Whatever,
good.
Right.
whatever the work is, there's a way to win on it. Right?
That's right.
So you show me a pack that looks like it's worth about $1,200, and you want 14. I'm gonna be like, man,
What
bruh,
about 8?
8. If you say yes, I'll give you an 8. Otherwise,
Right.
we gonna keep the
it's
good weed
cool.
around. We gonna keep the good weed
It's
around.
cool. Yeah, it's cool.
You know,
Facts.
hopefully, it's a win-win for everybody.
Man, what's your thoughts on the state of the game right now, bro? The quality, the prices, the fucking. You see this
Game's
shit?
fucked up right now,
Is
bro.
there any
The game's
fucking end
changing,
in
the
sight?
game's fucked up. Is there? I mean, they're talking about like, you know, people are saying the trap's dead in 5 to 10 years. There's not a lot of people selling moonshine. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of, you know, and that alcohol became legal. There's not a lot of people selling moonshine.
Yeah.
So I think the culture is changing, but I don't necessarily think in a bad way, because I think that like there's like a lot of negatives, there's a lot of positives. You know, more people have access to cannabis than ever before. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
The stigma behind cannabis is lower than it's ever been before. The public acceptance is way higher and shit.
Yeah.
Like, but there's definitely people that grew up in the industry that are going to get left out. But there's also a lot of people in the industry that have a hard time evolving. You know, they're stuck.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this is the way we do it. Well, life's not fair, bruh. Life's not fair. This is the way it has to be. And you know what I'm saying? You either find your way in or you find your way out. I think that's kind of what it's looking like. And I think that it's, but I definitely think that it's changing. It's changing. But I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. It's goods and bads. Hopefully this shit goes global and access is better and acceptance is better. But like,
And Jeff Bezos don't murder us with Amazon deliveries. You feel me?
And Jeff Bezos don't murder. I think that there's I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
Niggas will just have their Amazon
definitely
store
shit coming, but I mean,
You feel me?
Amazon, any industry, Amazon's like, you know, fulfilling that shit.
Yeah,
So fulfillment,
yeah.
like you might not be cannabis fulfillment might not be the future. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like cannabis fulfillment might not be the future.
Bruh, we just saw what Florida had Circle K just signed on.
That shit got shut down hella fast.
Did it?
But that was a good marketing promo because they got a great
What happened with
buzz.
Circle K? I didn't hear about this.
Circle K was planning on doing a deal with some company, a cannabis company in Florida, to put weed in all of their Circle K gas
Signed a
stations.
deal to put weed in all their Circle K
Whoa.
gas stations, but didn't approve it with the state or city. So you know
sure.
it was kind of capped. It sounded
Yeah,
like great marketing.
yeah,
They did
for
get a
sure.
good buzz. They're like, "How? What are you gonna do when your shit's at Circle K?" I'm like, "This ain't that kind of weed, bruh. We ain't gonna be at Circle
Yeah,
K. You
yeah,
feel
yeah.
me? We ain't gonna
Yeah,
be at Circle K.
they needed to raise the stock price for one day.
It'll be like some
Yeah, it's
cheaters,
gonna be-
you know. It'll
yeah,
be like
some cheaters type shit,
at
yeah.
Circle K. That's cool.
Some Marlboro
People want
Lights
it, man. I'm
type
not,
weed.
you know, people. You know, it's hella funny because people that smoke good be hating on people that don't smoke good. I don't hate on people that don't smoke good, man. That might be not, you know.
Yeah.
Like, because I see a lot of people, they devote a large portion of their budget to smoking good.
Yeah.
This person might not feel that way. You know what I
Sure.
mean? They want to get high like this. They want to, you know, so
They might have kids and
different.
shit,
Yeah, people have
XYZ.
kids.
Yeah.
You know, people do less amounts.
budget.
Because I'll tell you this, the person that buys an eighth and it lasts them 2 weeks, they feel as much of a smoker as the person that smokes
Yeah.
every day. They
Yeah,
feel like
exactly.
you ask them, do you smoke? They're like,
Fuck
love
yeah,
it.
bro.
Love it, bro.
All day.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know
And
how
then
you
someone's
smoked all day off that eighth,
exactly.
but you did.
And then
Goddamn.
somebody else finds out that they don't smoke that much, they be hating on them. They're like, he don't even fucking smoke.
Right.
You're like, bro, let him be a smoker
He's in,
too.
bro. He's in the community, baby. He smoke with us.
He's in the community. That's what I'm on my inclusive hype. I hate leaving people out
should,
because
man.
they don't like this, they don't
Yeah,
like
you
that.
should,
I'm
man.
like,
There's a lot of that.
yeah, we should bring people together. It should be
remember
more
what it's
inclusive.
about. Remember what it's
Exactly.
about. Exactly, man. So, yo, let me ask you this: what should the industry know that you know? Can you share some stories to debunk any cannabis myths in the cannabis world? You know what I'm saying? Or it could be whatever.
I don't know. As far as
What you get?
It
Rich?
could be-
you get rich overnight.
Right, get rich in cannabis.
White ash
white
means
ashes. Fuck white ashes.
White
I
ash
believe
means
white
great weed.
You know?
Like what are the myths out there?
man,
What do
there's a lot of myths out there. There's
give
a
us
lot of
one
myths
that
out
you
there.
you
I
believe.
don't take no shots, but I don't think you know, like as far as the way I QC, ash color is not on the top of my list. It's not on the top of my list. Obviously, if it burns black, I'm not fucking with it. But there's a lot of potent, flavorful strains that aren't necessarily burning 100% white.
Yeah.
There is some that are. There's shit that burns white that does not smack at all, so that would be super low.
Yep.
Some people would QC that as super high. They're like, oh, it's flavorful and it burns white, you know. But if it doesn't get you high, that'd be real low on my QC list,
Yeah.
you know. So some people, that's their gem and that's their diamond. you know.
Yeah.
So, but going back to, that's what I'm working on, being more accepting of how everybody enjoys cannabis.
Sure.
Everybody's not going to enjoy it the same. And I feel like I was letting it bother me, back to the inner peace shit. I'm like, how come they do this and they do that? And they, you know, they smoke different than me. And I'm like, but it's okay, bruh. People can smoke it and enjoy it in a different way and appreciate it in a different way, you know.
People nerd out in different
people
ways.
nerd out in different ways,
you know what I'm
bro.
saying?
Yeah.
And I get with some of that shit and some of it I don't. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
whatever
some
works
people
for
feel
you.
like they're smoking the best, and I see what they're smoking. And I'm like, that's not that lit.
No, it's not
But I
that
think it's
vibe.
just, you know, everyone has their own perspective because they feel like it's it. I don't know, it might be a mental thing.
I
So,
mean,
are
some
you-
people think it's it because
Some
someone
people think
told
it's
them.
it, yeah.
Some people think it's lit because someone
Nah,
told them it's
yeah,
lit.
yeah.
and to them it is. I mean, I'm big
or because
on
it's
belief.
37% THC,
big-
bro.
I'm
You
big
don't
on
see it on the
belief.
package.
Like-
How about this? So your man's lights some shit up that's whack, right? Are you a gentleman, hit it one time and just
Yes.
pass it, or are you just like, nah, bro?
Man, I'll smoke some of the worst weed ever just on gang, on community shit. You know what
sure.
I'm saying? You pass me a
For sure.
joint, I'll hit it.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
probably- you know what I'm
Same.
saying? I'll hit it, man.
Same.
Like, maybe not twice. but
Maybe
I'll
not
typically hit
twice.
it, you know, I'll be like, ooh, that ain't the one. It's hella funny because when it's not the one, like we're blessed, like, you know, with the squad, we all smoke well. So when there's the one that's not the one, everybody's trying to pass it around hella quick. Like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good off
And
that
everybody
one.
politic.
Nah,
on
I'm
the
good
one
off
that's
that
him.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah. So what are your check marks for cannabis? Like what's the check boxes for quality cannabis in your world?
In my world,
Yeah.
I don't think that effect is probably number one.
Okay.
Like, you know, so
So get
like,
me high.
I believe that like the high is a large part of the experience. Different weeds
Yeah.
give you different highs. So I think that the high is a large part of the experience. Like, and if it doesn't have much effects, like it's not that much of an experience in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Yeah,
right. Yeah, I want to get high first and foremost. First, it can't even be like any. Yeah, it's got to get me high.
Not
right?
beating the old lungs up for nothing.
And then I would go flavor. Then I would go flavor, and I think that there's like quality flower is going to have a lot of flavor, but then it goes deeper than that. Is what is your preference in flavor, right? So. And then I would think that ash color is probably third on the list, but I think it's still part of the list because it has to. There's a minimum level, you know what I'm saying? It has to burn that
salt and pepper
before it can't even be
be
on the, before it can't even be on the list. You know what I mean? Like, okay, but I don't think it has to be burn 10. I don't think it has to burn 10. I don't know what the cutoff is, 9.2 or some shit.
I'd say mine's 7-ish.
It depends because I smoked some shit that didn't burn. Didn't have the cleanest ash, but tasted crazy. You're like, fuck. Bro. And you want to put it out because you're like, bro, this shit ain't burning that clean. I kind of want to put it out.
Make my
but I keep smoking the shit. Yeah, nah, for sure.
You don't want to get roasted by the fucking community.
People are like, oh, that's not burning that dope. And it's a lot of things. I think that like, so, and I, what I expect, because I enjoy cannabis in different ways. I enjoy cannabis with a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
I like smoking by myself at night, which was more that, connoisseur enjoying as far as like, but I mean, there's just different ways.
Definitely a nighttime smoker. You smoke one right before bed for no reason?
Man, I feel like I smoke a tremendous amount.
Yeah, same,
I smoke a tremendous amount, almost to, like.
Sometimes I gotta be like, have just kind of quick conversation with something like, bro, you just smoked, bro. 30 minutes. You really need one right before bed? Yeah.
See, I'm more of I smoke all the time, but then there's a lot of dabs. You know what I mean?
Okay, you fuck with the dabs too?
Yes.
All right.
So before bed, yes, I got to take a dab.
Yeah.
Wake up in the middle of the night to get a snack, got to take a dab.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like
damn, you do the midnight fucking dabs?
Yeah, all
that nigga do the midnight.
That's the one.
The wake up dab. Yeah. I got a piss dab.
All the shit. You get to take a piss, I take a dab. Like, drink some water, take a dab.
Kids?
Yeah, I got, yeah.
When I need a break, I call it a little dab real quick. I'm like, these motherfuckers stressing me out. Hold on a second now. Daddy got to get together. Mm-hmm. You know
that did make it cool, though, especially when dabbing first got lit. Like, when I was with my kids, I didn't have to go out and smoke a whole blunt and leave them in the house. I could just...
Yeah, it's quick.
Because a dab is like a blunt in one hit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it works.
So hit right back on in.
It's hard to smoke a whole doink with fucking a bunch of little kids running around.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, come on, man. Y'all cannot not kill each other for 12 minutes.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. They got to take 4 puffs and put it out and go back in.
So, what's your why, bro? Why you do it, man? What gets you up? What gets you going?
Love of the game.
Love of the game? Okay, cool.
I think that's
cool. That's a great answer.
My kids are my why. You know,
I figured
obviously
you have
the kids are my why. Like, I think that, like, I think that, I definitely want to they do have a better upbringing than I did, and like giving them a better upbringing, giving them more advantages, obviously is number one. Yeah, but the industry is because I like this industry, you know what I'm saying? I smoke a lot of weed. I like the events. I like the weed. I like the networking. Yeah. I like the community, like all the shit.
You going to Lumpy's event this Saturday?
You know it, bro. We entered Planta, SF Canna.
Nice.
We entered in.
Nice.
If we don't win, it's rigged. But I mean,
who
knows how the judging is going? You know what I'm saying? Who knows
Right.
how they keep seeing this shit? Some shit that doesn't get you high is gonna win.
You feel me?
Nah.
Who knows?
But, I think it's great. I think that it's great. I think that they like how they're like all real cultivators, that is cool. It's cool. It's been, and there hasn't been big high times events, so there's been a need for some type of shit like that.
Bro.
Yeah.
How much of the state are you guys trying to tackle with SF Canna? Are you guys going like jurisdiction by jurisdiction?
We're from Humboldt. We're in stores from Humboldt, San Diego right now.
Right now.
You can catch us at Go Global Humboldt. You can catch us at Mankind in San Diego. Shout out, man. So I'm doing an event in San Diego. I'll be making an appearance at an event November 19th in San Diego. Holiday Hash Holes. We out there.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's what's up, bro. Yo, I know you used to be a fighter and, used to train. What's your morning routine look like, bro? You got a good morning routine for us? Or you just get up, smoke?
Man, I don't got the greatest morning routine. I would like to have a better morning routine.
Okay.
I would like
Talk
to have
about
a better
your
morning
desired
routine,
future morning routine.
Like,
what's the perfect morning routine look like?
Nah, Freddie got waves.
I'm about to say,
Freddie got waves. He get in the workout mode and then he go every day.
I feel like that's dope. If I have time, like, I feel like I'm, obviously that's an excuse, but yeah, if I could wake up, I think the millionaire routine or whatever is to wake up, work out, shower, meditate, type shit. Eat something healthy type shit.
That's what I do.
More often than not, it's just coffee and weed and I'm rocking.
Yeah.
More often than not, I wake up to 18 missed messages. I get some coffee, and we're smoking, and then that's enough to fuel me till like lunchtime, till like, I'm starving to death type shit.
Okay.
So, but
fucks with
in
it.
a perfect world, I like
In a perfect world, that's what you would do?
No, the little juice,
You feel me?
oatmeal, acai,
Something organic, you know what I mean?
And I do that sometimes, and I do that sometimes. I feel like, I'm like, it should be 50-50, but I'm still like 25-75. I'm not all the way a lazy piece of shit. You feel me? I still kind of work out a little bit. I get some juices and some healthy shit in. So it's not 50-50, but it's there. It's there.
Hey, you know.
I still got a solid round if it get funky.
Yeah. Hell yeah, bro.
They ain't 20s, but I keep them clean. Though.
I keep it clean, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. You got any cool life hacks for us? Like any, or cheat codes? Like, I'm a cheat code guy. Like, what you got for me? Some dope ass.
Fuck, I think I took the long way the whole time. I don't think I got no cheat code.
Okay. Maybe that's it. Maybe that you don't take the shortcut. Maybe you take the long way.
Nah, but I think the cheat code is building good relationships and worrying more about the relationships than the money, and finding people that you vibe with, that your energy aligns, and I think that'll always go further. When you're working with two people, your energy doesn't necessarily align. It's going to take you way further than if you have somebody where you have the same goals, same passion, same energy. And I would say that you definitely go further together. You know what I mean? You definitely go further together. I'm blessed to be partnered with the team that I have. I think that, it's definitely, it takes a team. It takes a team.
And that's some good game, bro. That's some real good game. That's a cheat code for you. If you could go back to the young you before you jumped in the game, before you jumped off the porch, what would you tell you?
Stay positive. Stay positive.
Another good one.
Don't get it. I feel like I was, I was immersed in negativity. I was, all the fuck shit. So, I think that was when I did start fighting and I started rocking with Team Alpha Male. That's a culture of positivity. And I feel like that mind shift was a game changer in my life in general.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Think positive, dream big, enjoy the ride. That's like the Team Alpha Male slogan, and that's right. That's on point.
Yeah, you had some people that shifted your thinking. You know what I'm saying? I had the same scenario happen when I was 30. I started a business, had some really good coaches, and like they taught me what personal development and personal growth was. I had no fucking clue what that was. So I was 30 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I think same thing too. I was about 30 years old.
I was just like gangster rap my whole life. Just
exactly. But I grew up with fucking menace to society. You know what I mean? Like
bro.
Like we grew up with Ice Cube showing us how to be gangsters and shit.
Yeah,
like,
man. It's a long, hard road for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So that shit was
That's why I tried to put the shorties on, man. Just fucking garbage in, garbage out. You feel me? Your brain's like brain's like a glass of water. You know what I mean? You put shit in there, it's dirty.
Yeah, because I don't to that point. I don't like watch a lot of TV. I don't follow a bunch of sports.
I don't watch the news either.
Because like you can do personal development shit and put that time, that 2 hours that you spent following football, you could have put that 2 hours into learning something and making yourself a better person. So I'm definitely big on personal growth, self development.
Shit. Yeah, hell yeah.
There's so much to fucking learn, bro. There's so many, you know what I'm saying? There's like,
and we're blessed with YouTube. You don't even gotta go to college.
Man, this shit is crazy.
YouTube for years straight.
The access to info now.
Yeah, man. There's no excuse.
I still gotta watch them fights on Saturday night though.
But that's cool though. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I mean, that's
you just gotta mix
my
it up.
advice. But I damn near done dropped. Like y'all said, I done dropped all the sports. Like I used to be fantasy and all that shit. Like I don't have time for that shit. Don't make no money. That shit ain't getting me rich.
Right.
I quit video games 15 years ago because of that reason. Had it was like 30 years old. Like, bro, I'm not making no money off this shit. And I've been playing 9 hours today. Like, what am I doing with my life? I don't have $1 million to be sitting here playing video games all day.
And I don't mind video games. I don't have time.
I don't have the money. I'm not secure enough to be able to be doing this. I'm overthinking my quality of life, bro.
Yeah.
Like, nah, go get it.
Exactly. So check this out. If you had a weed superpower, what would it be?
I had a weed superpower.
Now let me give you a couple examples.
Right.
Jamie, help me out.
What did boy said he would?
He could strip his plants like this, and everything's lollipop. That's
I don't want to be able to double the yield.
Double the yield.
Yeah.
With a snap of fingers.
You know what? I feel like these dudes got the superpowers because they're getting double the yield as the average grower.
What they catching a light?
Man, my Planta partner is getting 4 pounds of light.
God damn.
High quality, at scale, all the shit they say you can't do.
Yeah, right.
All the shit they say you can't
For sure.
do. You tell them he's getting 4 pounds with LED and
like
it's
a
stupid
boss.
high quality. They're like, I don't. And it's funny because you know what the argument is? I'd be like, not even argument, but people are like, you can't grow good weed at scale. And they're like, well, to my years of experience, and I'm like, well, you didn't meet the right guys because there's people doing it. You know, there's people doing it. It is like a superpower being able to grow.
Yeah, everybody did it. So everybody didn't do it till somebody did it. It's like the 4 minute mile. You know
no one thought
on,
no one thought it was possible. And then I'm like, I don't know, they're doing it. I seen it. I was there.
You feel
It's
me?
crazy.
And bruh, we was there when LEDs first started popping.
People are like, you can't get big.
Everybody's
big buds with
talking shit
LEDs.
about
I'm
them
like, I don't know,
immediately.
bro. There's like stocks.
Then a couple years later, they were dialed in, and people were like, "Oh yeah, I'm using LEDs now." And then now it's like a lot.
When I first heard people were getting 4 or 5 pounds of light, I was like, "That's not real. That's not real."
Right.
But I think until you figure out how they're doing it and it makes sense how they're doing it, you're like, "Damn, they're doing this shit, and this is how they're doing it." And then you're like, "This shit's reality, and this shit is like going to be the standard soon." You know?
For real. So, first time smoking weed. There's nothing more nostalgic than that. How'd it go?
10 years old.
10 years old, young Freddie.
What happened?
What the fuck happened, bro? I was 11, so I was right
I feel like
behind
I was
you.
more concerned with getting caught. I was like, oh my God,
Word.
I'm going to get caught.
Did you get high
Big
your first
trouble.
time?
I feel like I got high. I feel like I got hazy. You know, you get the little cloudy edges type shit.
Yeah, I didn't get high my
But
first
I
time.
feel like more than anything, I was worried about getting in trouble. I'm like,
What was
this
the
is hella dumb.
situation?
I'm about to be in big trouble.
Yeah, what happened,
What
bro?
was the
Just
situation?
neighborhood kids.
Yeah. One of them had some weed.
One of them, the older ones, had some tree. They're like, let's go smoke. Is anyone at your house? No. Okay, let's go in your backyard. Yeah, went in our backyard, smoked some weed. Like,
What'd y'all smoke out of?
man, I don't recall at the time, but I know it wasn't anything glamorous. It was some
Yeah,
type of
tin
paper
can?
joint type shit.
Oh, you had a joint?
Paper
Okay.
joint type shit. And I remember everybody was laughing. It was, motherfuckers was lit. They were laughing
Yeah.
and shit. But then I remember having to go home and being deathly afraid of
Paranoid.
Like, damn, I'm about to be in big trouble.
Well, that was my next question. Was your parents cool with it? I'm guessing no. from what
My
you
parents weren't
said.
that cool with weed. My parents weren't that cool with weed. They were super cool with alcohol. I feel like they
Okay.
were super cool with alcohol to a fault. Like, like I was drinking early. Like,
You see that in some families, bro.
yeah, they're like, yeah, we don't.
Hell yeah. I
You
was
can
starting to
drink.
early.
You're smoking cigarettes, not the best thing, but whatever. But
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you can't smoke weed. I'm like, man, looking back on it, I would have way rather smoked. I mean, I don't really drink as much now because way rather smoke weed.
Yeah,
Right.
same. I kind of gave it up when I moved out here. It's crazy.
I feel like the generation before us felt like alcohol was legal, so it was okay.
Yeah.
But weed was like the devil type shit.
Yeah, man.
Like, man, boy, were you wrong.
Fuckers. What's your weed pet peeve, bro? What can you not stand about fill in the blank?
Small grows and big egos. I feel like there's a lot of small grows
go.
and big egos, and I feel like I know
Yeah.
I know a lot of really down to earth, humble like players that are crushing it, and they're like super cool. Then you see some dudes who are like, there's a lot of egos. I feel like
Yeah,
there's a lot
man.
of egos, and I feel
And I know what you mean, small grows too.
yeah, I feel like I don't understand why. So
About 10 light
from the
gangsters.
traditional side, there's guys with big grows, bro. Like, so if you got a 200 light rec grow and you feel like you're that guy, just know there's a lot of traditional guys with thousands of lights who are like, profiting off that, and they're doing very well, and they're low key, and they don't feel like they have to brag about it. And shit.
Yeah.
I want to be like those
Sure.
guys.
For sure. For sure. If you could smoke with one person, who would it be? Now I'm gonna give you two. Matter of fact, one that's still here with us, one that's no longer here with us.
Could be celebrity, could be
celebrity.
influential, could be a Zen master,
whoever you are, these are your two people.
whoever.
You want to chop it up?
You're
smoke
gonna have a
with
15-minute conversation over a joint
Right.
with somebody who is
That's a good question.
Dead.
I feel like I heard you ask it before, and I still don't got the who I would be. I mean, I think that I've always wanted to smoke with meth. I've always wanted to smoke with
It's a
meth.
good one.
That's
Nobody
a good
said that.
Yeah,
You
I
say
think
Rap
that,
Man, Snoop Dogg. Wait, did they say that? Nah, Snoop
Meth
Dogg all
is
the
a
time.
good one.
Yeah,
So as far as
meth, that's
living,
cool.
I feel like he was a cannabis icon.
Definitely.
I fucked with meth. I feel like he was lit, so I would want to smoke with him.
Dope.
Definitely want to
Dope,
smoke
hell
with.
yeah.
What about Dad?
That's a tough one. That's man.
And they could be a family member. We've heard of family members that I wish I could smoke with this person. And we've heard Malcolm X.
And there's like
I was just
and,
you know, I was legit thinking Malcolm X, but I'm like history is a long.
Somebody said
like I think it would be like Jesus, Buddha, like
okay. So Jesus came up once.
Yeah. So
Martin Luther King came up once.
Yeah, I think it would be like one of those, or like a king type, you know, like
king.
Yeah, like the Roman emperor type shit. Like, you know,
let me sit down with Cleopatra.
Somebody with power and money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
The problem is the people with power and money are all secretive.
Right.
But yeah, someone with power and money. That's, you know,
Yeah.
But I think that sitting down and smoking with the Buddha would be cool. I wonder if the Buddha would smoke. I feel like a lot of his preachings are like, you know, he might have been high when he thought this shit out.
Fact.
Hell yeah. What's the first smoking device you ever had to MacGyver when you was a kid? You ain't have nothing to smoke out of.
Oh, I definitely smoked out of a can.
What'd you do?
I think everybody smoked
can.
out of a can.
Yeah. Oh, the fucking cans, bro. We're gonna pay for that one day.
I think I smoked horrible weed out of a can. It was like weed-like substance.
Oh yeah,
it was like a weed-like substance.
Sucked back then, especially for us. On the
Don't
East
give me
Coast,
no
God
Bammer
damn, we smoking
weed.
swag out of a can, bro. It don't get
So
no
I feel
lower
like
than
the can
that.
is like the staple, right?
You feel me?
Everybody
That's why-
does it. It's horrible as fuck. You're like, why do you do that? There's got to be a better option.
That's why like it's cool starting at the bottom, bro. Everything's upside. You feel me?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like more white people had Apple.
I feel like
Yeah, I've been in the Apple cipher, but I was canned
I
first.
feel like niggas had the
So,
can.
Yeah, but the first Apple cipher
Street beef.
for sure, white boys. 3 of us.
White boys like,
sure.
I got an apple in my on
Right.
my
What's
table.
going- Yeah, bro.
I'll be right back, bro.
All right, give me a fucking pen. Let's get this over with. Oh man! All right, boom. Three strains of all time. One new, one old, and one deserted beach island. You on Gilligan's Island. Nobody's coming for you.
Every
You're never
day.
coming home. That's all you got.
that's all I got.
That's all you got. And it's the best version of what you choose. So don't trip.
Right.
Best batch you ever had.
Best batch you ever
Yeah,
had.
yeah. So hope that takes a little pressure
So
off.
I mean, I think that, you know what I'm saying, I'm a cook boy, so we're rocking cookies for sure.
Is that
Cookies,
old
alright.
school or is that
Hold
old
on.
school?
That might be 2
Does
out
it-
of 3, bro. That might be the 2 out
And
of
sometimes
3.
that
I think
happens.
that like
Sometimes
you know,
that happens.
That's gonna be the old school strain. I could smoke a dope. You're talking 10 batches, and I just got dope. Blue.
Yeah.
Right.
I can smoke cooks all the time.
Okay, cool.
Desert
Cooks
Island.
get you high all the
Cooks
time.
get you high all the
It's a
time.
guarantee.
It's good. I could rock that forever.
And then what's up with the new shit of today, the trendy shit? What do you think is dope?
I would probably smoke some fucking. Really, it'd probably be Zerber, Cherry Guava, Magnum Turtle. One of these 3 SF Canna strains I
Okay.
could smoke forever. But I think in the future, like my Planta partner, he's popping in a lot of new seeds, and he's got a lot of interesting crosses coming along that I think that is going to wake shit up. I think the goal for Planta as a cultivation is to have all unique genetics in the next 2 years, because we've been running strains that, you know, that other people already know of.
Yeah.
So I think that's the goal, is to get all unique strains.
I fucks with that. So we got Girl Scout,
And one of these was SF Canna or
See, that's a
Planta.
hard one, right?
You gotta give me one, bro.
I'll
The
probably
new
take.
school.
Damn, that's a hard one.
You
Let's pick cherry guava. I smoke a lot.
Cherry
of
guava for
that
new?
shit's super high.
And that doesn't mean you gotta smoke it forever. I just
Right.
need to. And the cherry guava's nice. I fuck with that.
Candy, tropical gas,
Yeah.
like that shit's
I
tested
got
as
some
high,
dope
super
batches
high.
for that.
Tested 2.8% terpenes. It tested 38% THC, 2.8% terpenes. That's
Wow.
like that shit's
Puts it
dumb.
in the 40 club.
That shit's dumb.
Yes, that's dope. That's dope. Hell yeah, I fucks with that. If one strain described you, what would it be and why? I'm sour.
What would it be and why? You're sour.
From Jersey, bro. That's all we had, bro. You get shot over some sour back in the day. You feel me?
Yeah.
It was serious.
And you can make up the why.
No, I'd probably be the Magnum Turtle. Like,
Okay.
Something super dope that not everybody knows about.
All right. Hell yeah. That's what's up, man.
Say that.
That's what's up. What's the most good pizza you ever gifted somebody and why?
What is the most? One person?
Yeah.
Like how much?
Just like,
one person?
There you go. And I asked that because I learned that out here, bro. The culture of giving away cannabis. We don't do that where I'm from.
Right.
I love that.
They don't do that?
Fuck no, bro.
Okay.
We used to have to put 5 in on to get in the cipher. You know what I'm saying? Terrible.
I think that
Terrible
we're at the take what you want level. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we're at the
man.
take what you want, open the bag up, take what you want,
Yeah,
grab
man.
some. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily an amount. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's not necessarily an amount, and it depends who it is, where it is. Yeah, like somebody. Yeah, I think that.
And you probably
Giving away a
handed
fair
someone a
amount.
pack to get back on.
I think
their
I did
feet.
Epic Stash and Dash though. I don't know what the weight limit on it was, but I think that I did a Stash and Dash that there was a lot of weed and products involved in that. But like, so my marketing, I like to give away the weed and let the people taste it. So we've given away a tremendous amount of weed this year.
Hell yeah.
I think that in the last quarter, I probably collectively given away 20 packs or something as far as rolled up into these pre-rolls somewhere around there.
Damn, bro.
I think
doing
somewhere
God's
around
work
there.
out here. I see you.
Just do the shows.
Well, I think that it's a great way to promote the brand.
It is, bro.
It's a great way to bless people with flower that don't
I
get to
agree.
appreciate the flower. I think that
That's dope.
it's brought us a lot of goodwill and brought us a lot of attention because I'm not big on, spending a bunch of money on different type of marketing efforts.
Sure.
I would rather give people the flower and shit. So,
Yeah, and let
so
the
as
facts
far
talk.
as giving away weed, I've given away a tremendous amount of weed in the last and really I've been able to use these businesses. You know what I would like to do is to be able to like have the business like and help the community. You know what I'm saying? If they can go hand in hand, if I can give away a bunch of free weed and it helps the company, and then I can go to events and give away a bunch of weed, that's lit to me. That's lit to me.
That's super
you know
dope.
What I mean? And then I would think that like the next. I'm working on an event space, and I think that if you can provide events where you don't have to tax the consumer, and you could use, you can use sponsor money to sponsor that. I think that shit like that goes crazy.
And we need more of those.
Right.
We need more of those.
Sure.
Shout out to 11, 11, 7, whatever.
11:30
Their
club.
shit is dope, man. Yeah, I've been there.
They got
Yes,
a crack
sir.
on 7th Street, bro. It's
They got a
whole-ass
dope
situation,
location,
bro. Like,
yeah. So I'm opening an
love that.
event space in Sac here shortly. I already got the lease in place. So
Oh, no
that's
shit.
the next
It's in
project.
motion.
Yeah, it's done. I mean,
yeah.
it's already here, bro. You know, what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's already here.
We just need to figure out the furniture and the space design. Like we got the space though.
I fucks with that. Hell yeah.
So that's coming. I'll let y'all know.
Let me ask you this, bro. Where can I find a good pizza joint? Like an actual where I can buy some pizza that I can eat.
Actual where are we talking
Where
about?
do you? I don't care. Just
Sacramento.
give me within
Sacramento's. I would
3
say
hours.
Sacramento. I fuck with Roma's or.
I haven't been there.
You never been to
That's
Roma's?
come up. That's come
Or
up
Luigi's. Yeah, I think Roma's. You got to go.
been to Luigi's
So I think
either.
it changed a little bit, but still the Roma's in South Sac's the one. You know what I mean? You got to go
Okay.
to the Roma's in South Sac.
I got one right by me in
Luigi's.
Carmichael too. I don't know if it's the same, but
So it's the same owner, but the original owner had the South Sac one, and that was the one. That was
So
the
that's
one.
the
They
one to go
they
to,
retired, so
Roma's?
it's not as what it was, but it's still dope pizza. But yeah, Roma's high on the list.
I fucks with it. So now we're gonna shout out your favorite plug from back in the day, bro. Don't use his government name, obviously, but shout out your favorite plug from back in the day, man. Maybe a cool memory you got with him.
the guy who always answered.
Yeah, man, there's a cool
anytime.
memory, man. This dude that I've been working with for a very long time, had a great relationship with for a super long time. We got together and we created this really cool brand called SF Canna. And that was,
Okay.
that was, that's the dopest plug of.
Oh, that's
the
what's
plug
up.
of all plugs, bro. I've had the plug for a long time.
That's what's up.
I've had the plug for a
man.
long time. We created a business together,
We still here.
That's what it is.
Thing, bro.
Yeah.
That's obviously my favorite plug.
Sure, yeah. I'll say. So you into like psychedelics or anything like that? You fuck around? Mushroom or LSD, bro? 'Cause this is the precursor for the next question.
Yeah, no, I think that I've been eating more and more mushrooms than ever.
Okay, okay, cool.
I like it. I would so yeah. So
You got any wild stories?
I
for us?
would rather. I think I'm at the
Any
point where I'd
face
rather
melters?
eat mushrooms than drink alcohol.
Okay.
I think that I drank. I think that just recently I was at Tao Beach Club in Vegas.
Huh?
I was off about 9 pieces of this bar melting into the bleachers or whatever. It's like a booth or what? It's a booth. I don't know. Felt it, but so yeah. So that's what. So I had 8 shrooms back in Vegas not too long ago, and I had a great experience, and I didn't feel hungover. And usually in Vegas, the next morning you feel like fucking death and shit.
Yeah, bro.
So I felt good. So the next night I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna drink that much. I'm gonna eat some more shrooms, and it was lit. I had a good time, and I didn't get hungover. I was like, pfft, that's what's up. So then obviously I went too far because the next time I went, I ate till I was melting and shit. But I still had a great time. It was a good experience.
It's to nail that micro or even like the chill spot before you go all in for the full send. It's not easy, bro.
Man,
It's not easy.
it was a wild trip too. So I flew in, and then we went to the beach club, ate these shrooms, was extra done, and then flew out,
no
back.
shit.
And I was like, I didn't even know it was the plan to fly out. I was just like, when I got there, they're like, okay, I'm like, y'all leaving? I'm like, all right,
Outta here?
I'm flying back out.
Damn.
Guess we out.
Fucking Vegas, man. You got any wild Vegas stories?
Got lots of wild Vegas stories.
Lots
but
of
not
wild
like-
Vegas.
Anything too. No, I don't think that anything
Anything that I didn't do. Right?
that I want to talk about.
Right. Like, oh yeah. You got a shorty. I don't want to.
Hey, remember the very first MJ BizCon
I
at Vegas we went to?
do remember the very first MJ BizCon.
That shit was kind of wild.
Every MJ BizCon has been wild.
So,
No, but I've lost
those-
people. I've lost people in
Yeah,
Vegas, and
same.
definitely had some. When we were fighting, there's big fight weekends in Vegas. So there's tons of parties, all
Yeah.
that shit.
That's right.
Yes.
That's what's up, man.
And the Diaz brothers, that shit's real, bro. They're fighting all week long during fight week. That shit's real.
Yeah.
what's
Yeah,
the
niggas Bob.
Those guys do Vegas. Pretty invincible.
They was beating niggas up last weekend
Man,
backstage.
fucking wood mode or what?
Man,
Yeah, they
may or may not had damn near fought some world champs in some drunken rages in Vegas. Like, man, maybe I shouldn't fight the champ right now.
Damn.
Fuck.
Should be like
Fuck it.
Should be like that. Should be like that, bro. Like,
Yeah, we
that's part of it. Yeah,
You're hanging out with the wolves. You feel me?
Nah, nobody backs down in
my
this
part.
crew.
Yeah,
Nah. There's a lot of guys that done hung out one time and then maneuvered the fuck away. Like, oh, it's really real over here. I thought it was fun, Nate Diaz. I thought it was a character.
I think the camps too. The camps be fighting. Like the camps be fighting and shit. Especially the last Diaz one. I wasn't out there the whole week, but
Facts.
some people got slapped.
Backstage, it was like
Slapped, guaranteed.
it was like 30 on 30.
Have you ever seen the Stockton slap in person, like in the street?
Yeah.
Like he
No, I don't think I've seen one. Well, I've seen
y'all
one.
was just chilling?
I haven't seen a clean slap. I haven't seen one of these
Oh, I
clean
did.
viral slaps in person.
I did.
Did you?
Fuck.
Oh, I think I
shit.
know who you're talking about.
West Coast fighting.
I didn't see it. I
At
wasn't there,
McClellan,
but
I
I've never
saw
seen
that.
it.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't
Seen
want to
some
say.
scuffles, but
I don't
not
want to
like
say who it
nice,
was.
nice, clean. Pow.
Yeah, right.
I'm friends with who it was.
I know they happened though.
Yeah, we don't got to breathe on it, bro. It's all good, man. It's all good. We ain't gonna throw nobody out there. That's what's up, man. Well, shit, bro. Before we dip up out of here, I'd like to share with people, the power of networking and making organic relationships. Like, how did we meet? We kind of just met. We met at the sesh, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
but
I feel like
got
you were one of
million
those
mutual
people
friends.
that were like, you don't know him? You don't know,
Yeah,
bro?
bro.
I'm like, nah, I never met, bro.
I don't know how.
Like, really?
I've been selling this weed for like 4 years. I've never met him.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, like I could I could fill up both hands all the mutual friends we have, and nothing but good things have said, and you got a good name out here, and I love the business, I love the company, so that's dope.
You doing rapid fire?
Yeah, we're gonna do some rapid fire before we get up out of here.
Good fact.
But real quick before we do that, who do you know that I should know? Who should I get on the show, bro?
Who should you get on the show?
Who should I get on the show?
That's a good one.
What
You
needs
had
to
some
be heard?
really good guests. You had a
Oh,
bunch.
thanks, man.
You had a bunch of really good guests.
Thanks, I'm blessed,
You had
bro.
an
Super
impressive
blessed.
guest list.
Yeah, I've been on.
Oh yeah, Jamie got the first 2 episodes. Shit.
Man, who should you have on here? Since you're talking about mushrooms, what about the polka dot guys?
Who's that?
I'm not.
dot guy.
I don't know if I'm
The polka
at liberty
dot
to
guys.
reveal their identity. I know who. They
Oh
are,
no.
though.
Okay, that's
I know
what it's
who they are,
called.
though. Yeah, the mushroom bars. The
Mushroom
polka
bars.
dot mushroom
The
bars.
polka dot mushroom bars. Okay.
Yeah, they're doing numbers. They're making waves.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, different from the cannabis industry, but
No, we need that. Yeah,
exactly.
So I interview cool humans. You know what I'm saying? They just happen to be in
That's
cannabis.
pizza toppings.
You feel me?
Facts.
Pizza toppings. You know what I mean? You don't like a nice mushroom pie. So we're gonna shoot some rapid fires at you. These are one word answers, if you could. Sometimes we spin off, and that's okay. We'll bring you back. But we're just gonna rip through these real quick before we get up out of here. So, you ready?
I don't know.
You smoking the hot or the cold? Would you prefer the hot or the cold?
Do I prefer the hot or the cold? The hot.
LED or HPS?
LED.
Living soil cocoa.
I'm not the grower.
Say no more. Joints or blunts?
Different strains grow better in different mediums.
That's
Joints.
True. That's true. Bongs or bowls?
Bongs or bowls? Is there a different? What's the bowl?
Wait.
Doesn't a bong have a bowl?
Bong does have a bowl.
Ah, right.
But the bowl just like you in a little pipe.
Pop
right?
the
That's what I'm
pipe.
saying.
So I hit a bong for the first time in about a million years not too long ago. So I don't really.
How's that?
You know what is crazy?
Catch your body?
I take dabs, and I'm thinking. So for some reason, I thought I was gonna be able to blam this bong.
I already
super
know
duper
what you're
hard.
about to say.
Cannabis Chris has the Pot One show. They had a bong on set. I'm like, I'm about to blam this bong. Yeah, I hit the bong,
That
coughed
move?
up a lung, bro. I was like, I thought,
you
I'm like, I
had-
dab all the time. I figured it would translate over. But
would
that was the
think.
first time I hit a bong with flour in like, probably like a couple years. And yeah, that shit hurt.
That's why I don't fuck with them.
I want to I hear about like some people I know that when they judge cannabis, they like to smoke it in a paper. They like to smoke it out of a bowl. They like to smoke it in a dry vape.
I'm a paper. I like
Yeah,
paper.
I'm like, I like paper too, but I'm like, no, I'm saying I'll do all of them. I know, like,
Right.
shout out to my guy Phenomenal 420. He's like, I got to smoke it in a paper, and then I want to smoke it in a bowl, and then I want to dry vape it too to get
What the
to really
fuck? Oh,
to
so
really
to
taste the
assess.
flavor,
Okay.
the flavor of the
see where he's
strain and
going with
shit.
it.
I'm like, interesting.
Three
And I
part.
see, and I then
I
I
see where he's going with it.
I was seeing other people. I seen Sean Cron on First Smoke of the Day. They're talking about QCing, taking bong grips. I'm like, interesting. I don't really.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I don't, because you think, I could be wrong, but I feel like a bong rip is hella hot, so you don't
Yeah.
really get the full flavor. But
You're really
I could be
pushing
wrong,
it.
so I'm open to try it.
Yeah.
And shit. So I might have to
We
buy
should be
another
doing
bong.
that.
Yeah, try a
Doing
bong.
every one.
Yeah.
And even vaporizing, like you taste the terps more. Remember when
That's
they
what I'm
first came
saying.
out,
Yeah,
we're all
you
trying
try
that
out
shit.
all kind of different shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you got to.
That's good. That's a good point. That's a good point. So bongs or bowls?
Bongs or pipes?
Bongs.
All right, cool. Street smarts or book smarts?
Bronx Tail, bro. You need both.
Both is an acceptable answer. Rig or Puffco?
Rig.
Beavis or Butthead?
Beavis.
SpongeBob or Patrick?
SpongeBob.
Batman or Superman?
Superman.
Red Man or Method Man?
Method Man.
Oh, I knew you was gonna go meth. Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
That's the best question yet. Damn.
It's a tough one.
I'll go Mortal Kombat. I play Mortal Kombat.
All right, I fucks with that. Regular doinks or hash holes?
I think there depends on the occasion. Regular doinks. Can't smoke hash holes all
No,
day.
you fucking can't. Football, baseball?
None of the above.
80s or 90s?
None of the above. Nah, 90s.
NorCal or SoCal?
Unity.
I like that answer.
Yeah, man, we trying to run the West.
I'll be questioning myself. Why do I ask that question? I feel like I'm getting somebody in trouble with simple shit. Because people say some wild shit. NY or LA?
LA.
Pizza or tacos?
Tacos.
Oh, I'm a good pizza show. Beach or snow?
Beach. For sure.
I'm
not
with
the
you on
cold
that one,
guy.
bro. I
I'm not
moved
a-
here for a reason. Fuck
Man,
the
I
snow.
don't fuck with snow too
I'm
tough.
done.
He ain't getting in the water,
Let me tell you,
but
I fucking love snow out
but
here, my
beach.
friend. I'm done with snow, dog. All right, boom. Wire, The Wire or The Sopranos?
The Wire.
Damn,
Damn
bro,
it.
again. I thought you was at least gonna give me Sopranos.
Man, I wish I
could be fake.
related more to the Sopranos, you feel me? But I relate more to
Okay,
the Wire.
okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. No doubt. I like that answer.
That's great.
Gelato runs terps or OG gas?
Gelato runs terps. Okay. That's a tough one.
Right?
Yeah. I don't think that's a win-win.
Wu-Tang or Death Row? Come on, Method Man.
Man, it's tough. I'm gonna keep it West Coast, so I'm gonna say Death Row, but I love Wu-Tang. I had a meeting with Power this year. Sat down
No
with Power
shit.
from Wu-Tang. Yep, got to chop some game with him.
Damn.
That was cool.
That's what's up.
Yes. We didn't get no business moves together, but we sat down and talked about it.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I learned who Power really was in that whole series they did. How horrible was
That's how I
RZA?
got put onto the series. It's because I was out to have a meeting with dude, and I'm like,
Oh, no
this
shit.
guy? Like, this is who I'm. It was. I mean, it went really well. It went really
what's up.
well.
Yeah, that's what
Seemed like a real genuine
We
dude.
grew up on them, bro. We grew up on them. They were like, psh. Yeah, man.
All that. I feel like, yeah.
All that shit.
all that shit.
They were a
Death Row,
movement, bro. On East
Wu-Tang,
Coast, they were a fucking movement. We used to wear wear clothes and shit.
So did you
Back
rock
in
with
the day.
Death Row in New York? So this what I heard.
So
I
look,
feel like
here's the
Wu-Tang went worldwide, and Death Row went to everywhere but New York.
So check this shit, right? So I grew up Biggie, right? Then boom, my parents split up. My pops moved back to the town. He's from Montclair, New Jersey. You know, Tupac and the Outlaws, right? The Outlaws from Montclair, New Jersey, New Street. You know what I'm saying? New Street, Mission Street. So they're like from my hood, or I lived in their hood for a period of my life. So it was like everything was Outlaws, Pac. You know what I'm saying? So that's really, I got on Pac when I was 13. So it was like, fuck it.
He was in the pocket. He was in the
really fucking with Pac till like, you know what I mean? We moved over there.
He was in that one pocket of the East Coast where Pac was running.
And
Like, you already know what it is. You got partners that are just Wu-Tang and like purists. I had partners that were Wu-Tang purists that were slapping that shit. But yeah, I feel like being in the West, you know, it was
Yeah, we was Pac for sure. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's dope. So anyway, man, how can we help your mission, bro? I would like to extend my network to yours. What agenda you pushing? What can we expect?
Man, that's a great question. That's great.
You know what I mean?
People don't ask me how they can help me. How can you help me?
How can I help you, my friend?
Like, I don't feel like I need any help. Nah, I appreciate you providing this platform to come out here and talk, man. And, you know, talk about my projects and what I'm working on. Yeah, I think that's blessing enough.
Go pick up SF Canna in any of your stores in California or Planta.
Yeah, any stores worth mentioning? Well, it's not worth mentioning, but any like stores.
SF Canna, man, we're statewide. We're from Humboldt. We're global and Humboldt, all the way down to Mankind in San Diego. So you can find us throughout the whole entire state.
That's what's up, man. And what's the Instagram handle so where they can find you?
SF Canna _415 Planta _CA. You can get me at Freddie Bigg.
That's what's up, bro.
Two G's.
Two G's.
That's what's up, man. Well, shit, thanks for stopping by and vibing out with us, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's been real. Hell yeah, man. Well, yo, check this out. Tune into my boy Freddie Biggs, SF Canna, Planta, good pizza. Peace, love, good pizza. We up out of here.
Hey.